Is there any famous wrestlers that had a really wild side other than Jake that you had to deal with over the years?
Oh, wild. I'd say probably. See, over here, you go out and have a few drinks. So to us, wild might be what wild is over in the States or Canada or vice versa. You go out and get drunk at party, you'd be fucking having a great time. But maybe there's some people in the States, they'd see that as wild, like. But for us, one guy who was just always, geez, you're watching him all the time was Balls Mahoney. He always had to be the center of attention. He'd go in wearing the same gear. He's always trying to fucking get blood and cutting himself. And you're like, don't do that in the shows. Then you go out and he'd be tapping at his head, trying to get the blood out when you're out in public, up on tables. He'd be trying to start fights with it. Actually, I'll go on to gypsies now in a second. But he'd always try and start fights, and you're like, oh, stop, calm down, fucking, So he'd leave a trail around Page wherever he was, like. But he was tough going. Tough going from the point of view, like he was a lovable character still, but you're just like, oh Jesus, let him have a drink, but in his room, rather than let him going out. The guys here after the movie Snatch, you saw, as in England they call them pikeys, but over here they're travelling communities, Irish gypsies, whatever, and they're tough, hard as nails. So you'd have them at shows, and there's a way to handle them, like, you don't talk to them as if you want to challenge them or fight them, because a traveller will fight you like that, like, and a lot of them have these big sovereigns around, so when they hit you, like, they get you, like. So Balls and Vampiro were two guys who always wanted to meet the travellers and have a fight with them, and Vampiro wanted to go off to watch a bare knuckle fight with the travellers. Now, there is ways of finding out where they are. It's not as if it's like entertainment where they're every weekend around the country. It's when there's one on, like, But he wanted to go to one. I was like, it's not like a gentlemanly affair here where you turn up and, if you're a stranger, they'd be watching you, and it's not a very safe environment of what's going on. Anyway, explained all this to him, like, and he met some travellers himself and kind of realised then, like, how legit tough and, real they were. So he stopped asking. Balls saw travellers down in Kilkenny, and he decided to get out of the car and start shouting at them. Going over it, I can fight you guys, and I can do this. And he started, they haven't a clue about wrestling. He's telling all these stories, and they're like, right by. And he started taking out big wads of cash. They wanted to fight for money, like, where's your own money? Come on. And then they started getting very tense. This was on the street outside of a chemist or a pharmacy, as it's called in North America. And we were trying to get Balls back to the car. Come on. And Balls back in the car and went, fuck. I fucked up there, like, we were gone, like, But everybody thinks gypsies, Irish travellers are lovable rogues, but they're serious business, like. Have them at the shows. You can talk to them like a person, basically, in their language, of why, they can't get into the ring and fight. They'd want to challenge lads. True is, they get into lads. Any Irish guy in the scene these days, travellers would beat them up. But I would never be rude to them or nasty to them or say, get the fuck out of here, or I'll fight you. Because they would just cause ultimate destruction. And I remember one night we were at a show down in Waterford on the seafront. It was part of a festival. And around that day, and you're just talking to them. And once you just keep eye contact with them, let them know you're not afraid of them, even if you are, but just there's a way to carry yourself with them. And you were fine. But there was other people at other stalls and security that day of all your events going on. You were just arseholes to them, like, and like shouting at them, however. So the travellers came back down that night. We loaded up the van and they set fire to some of the stuff that was set up for the festival. That was their way of getting back at these guys for being arseholes to them. So, you learn how to handle yourself in a verbal way going around with wrestling as well with the tough guys. It's, it's not all about fighting.
Yeah, I remember meeting gypsies when I was in England, and I didn't realize they were real because I'd only seen them in movies and stuff. I thought they were just made up movie characters. And luckily, I'm a friendly enough guy. I didn't have any issues. Other than the one story I told where there was a gypsy drinking pregnant, and another woman who was also a gypsy, wanted to fight her because she's drinking while she's pregnant. And it's like, how is that be any more helpful to the baby?
I used to work as a bartender for years in Ireland. And one of the things was when the travellers would come in, you wouldn't serve them because, they come in to have their own bit of crack and bit of fun, but then they get drunk and they end up fighting and blah, blah, blah. And fighting to them is second nature, like, it's like taking a breath. Or do you take bets around the bar and then do you go up to people at the bar going, come on, give me your money for it? And they're like, no. And you threaten the people at the bar. Anyway, I've seen so many fights in the bars, and then you stop letting them in. A lot of bars won't let them in because they fight, like, you know. And I remember one time at the bar in the airport, we were coming back from, it was Germany, and there was travellers there in the airport in the bar. And I remember saying to the lads, this is going to turn nasty. Within 20 minutes, erupts and they're all killing each other in the bar. And obviously you have all these tourists not knowing what's going on with these gypsy boxing the head off each other. And they fight like they, you know, I'd be very reluctant to go anywhere near an angry traveller, because when they hit to break a jaw or to break a nose, like, you know, they don't just give you a love tap as such, like, they're serious business, like, you know.